Hello. I'm sitting on my bed meditating right now at night before I sleep, and it's good that I'm not drinking alcohol. Um, it's funny how meditation is so easy and simple, but so many people aren't doing it, and it could have prevented the war in Ukraine, and meditation could have prevented all of these problems if people would just sit down and meditate. Um, and it's like, there's no reason for me to have all the anxiety I have because there's a solution, and the solution is just being mindful. And of course, I'm not naively saying that mindfulness solves everything. Sometimes um, there is humans can have, I guess, great suffering and situations where there's no good solution or no good answer. And I guess I'm not saying mindfulness is perfect and solves everything, but I mean, prajnaparamita is the perfection of wisdom, so it's the best wisdom possible. I mean, there's such a thing as like the best wisdom possible, and it's, obviously you can just do as well as a human can do. You can't do better than a human can do, but um, there, well, in general, humans could do a lot better than they tend to do. And, like, this is an example of where I was thinking of going to the store to buy alcohol, but then I just said, no, I'm just going to sit down and meditate. And that's actually like the best time to meditate. And that in the same way that going to the dentist is the best time to meditate. And so, um, it's it's hard and fun to talk about meditation because meditation is, what Shunryu Suzuki Roshi said, it's finding what's most important in life. It's the process of finding out what's most important. And there are a lot of solutions that people don't pay attention to. There are a lot of, if people would just sit down and focus their minds. I mean, it sounds so stupid and simple, but um, most of my dialogue with myself is something that will go, it's like in the shadows, and no one will ever really understand or care about what it is. And like, if I want to benefit humanity, I have to do it on my own, and not necessarily like do it in a way where I'll get, where I can show it off and get like a big reward or anything. But I'm just sitting on my bed, kind of in zazen. I realized, it's important how you hold your spine and your body when you're meditating. And like it's like you're doing a yoga asana posture, and you're making a statement to the universe, and you're focusing in a certain way. And so when you're craving alcohol and you don't want to get alcohol, and you're sitting and meditating instead of getting alcohol, that's one of the best times to meditate. And so I'm not saying mindfulness always solves every problem perfectly, but it's just it's important to kind of think twice about things. And so many problems just come from not not being mentally present. And it sounds stupid, um, but they say that the Tao Te Ching, if people didn't laugh at it, it wouldn't be the Tao. And so I think talking about meditation is helpful, and because meditation is a profound thing, and it's not like something that's easy or um, I learned the 30%, 70% rule. You never go below 30% of what you can do in your Qigong practice, or you never go above 70% of what you can do in your Qigong practice. You stay in the middle, follow the middle way, and because the extremes are not, those are more like fire method, and the water method stays more in the middle. That's more appropriate in most situations. I think most people would agree. And it's so funny. It's like if people could just meditate. It sounds stupid. The word meditate, of course, can be like offensive if you use it this way because it means too much. But if people would just meditate, all of the humanity's problems could be solved. If everyone would just listen to themselves and go into their aloneness in a way where they're solving problems and making the world better for people, for everybody. But um, I'm realizing no one else can help me really or solve my problems necessarily. Like I have to really take the burden on myself and say like I'm choosing to be a certain way from now on, and I have to say I'm like, for instance, I'm choosing to not drink alcohol, but that's just like a symbol that represents a lot of psychological things. Um, that's like one important reference point. Not drinking alcohol represents a lot. And so, like, I'm just saying, I'm choosing to sit on my bed. I'm choosing to wear a Tibetan necklace. I mean, something as simple as that can change something, can change a lot. I'm choosing to wear a Tibetan sweatshirt or something. It doesn't even matter, whatever it is, if it gets me to stop drinking alcohol, then it's good. And I mean, because mindfulness is a whole thing in itself. It's not like other skills. It's like it's its own kind of whole system. Um, like being good at music is one thing, being good at art is one thing, but then being good at mindfulness is like a whole thing in itself. And I mean, you could say like um Sahaja Nirvikalpa Samadhi, like finding ways to access Sahaja Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That's probably something that's more beneficial to everybody than anything else in most cases, I would say. So I'm just being patient with myself. Um, thinking about how I'm going to enjoy the workday tomorrow and use it as an opportunity to meditate and improve myself, psychologically and spiritually, and try to have good relationships with everybody and do my work well and take pride in my work, and um, and I'm in a psychiatric group at Kaiser, and on video chat meetings on Wednesdays, and I'm finding that that's kind of a good support for not drinking alcohol, but then also I can use it as a way of spiritually evolving if I put the right kind of effort into it. And so I think I should have a good idea of what I want to say on Wednesday, and talk about my successes, and hopefully I'll have a lot of successes. And it can be something like playing my new Pokemon Arceus game on Nintendo Switch, or something simple like that, or that I've been reading a lot, or that I did well at work and got everything done on time, or had good relationships with my family and coworkers and friends. And sometimes I think music can be a healthy habit if I do it properly, but then sometimes it can be like I can do it in a way where it's no longer like a good use of time, and I'm not using my time in a good way. So music and art are helpful tools if I do them in the proper way, like in the mode of completion, I guess you might say. And so if I do them in the mode of completion, then it's very healthy and everything's good. But I have to watch out if music or art become an unhealthy habit if I do it in an unhealthy way. It's possible. So I'm just sitting and meditating on my bed. It's like before midnight, I think, on Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, a work day. So the difference between being successful in life and being unsuccessful in life is really just like having a positive attitude and facing adversity with balance and grace. It's just something simple like that. It's really just, and because also you can find value and meaning in suffering if you do what you think is right and what's beneficial for everybody. And so I'm just sitting here meditating on my bed. It's a Thursday, probably before midnight. Um, and there are aspects of psychology that I've learned about in my own psychology, and what I've read of Jung and stuff like that, which are incredibly strange, profound aspects of psychology. Um, and so I always try to like indicate these things and try to talk about them, but it's not really appropriate to try to always indicate the strange aspects of psychology, of Jungian psychology and stuff like that. Because people don't want to, I don't know, I guess it's just like you're supposed to do it instead of talk about it. So what people don't always understand is that stopping alcohol is a spiritual path, and it's like a steep uphill spiritual path. Stopping alcohol like is kind of like the essence of like what Zen practice is about, like stopping indulgence and um like disciplining yourself. Like, so that's kind of, it's like the perfect example of what Zen practice is basically about. So um I don't know much about the 12-step program, but I guess one of the steps is finding a higher power, and so stopping alcohol has to do with um, finding a higher power, which can be like Dharma or something. So making music is one thing, and then mindfulness is kind of like another thing. And I read D.T. Suzuki in one of his books. He said, like the greatest kind of man is not the artist, but the Zen man. And so like the Zen is like the ultimate expression of like artwork in a way, and it's like more profound than like more mundane kinds of art. I don't know if that makes sense or if I'm saying that right, but um, yeah.